Right now, this week, ticks are active across the entire eastern United States. The 2026 season started early. Connecticut is reporting 100 tick submissions per day. 40% of them carry disease. New York is logging 69% more ticks than the same week last year. Minnesota found its first deer tick on March 9th. The CDC estimates 476,000 Americans are diagnosed with Lyme disease every year. And there is a $15 spray that reduces tick bites by 73.6 times. The University of Rhode Island proved it, published in the Journal of Medical Entomology. The U.S. military has used this spray on every uniform since 1993. The CDC recommends it. The EPA endorses it. And the tick control industry charges you $350 to $700 a season to spray the same class of chemical on your lawn. This is Sawyer Permethrin. And this is the $15 fix before it is too late. The tick control industry does not want you to know how simple this is. Companies like Mosquito Joe, True Green, and Mosquito Squad charge $75 to $150 per visit, 5 to 8 visits per season, $350 to $700 total for a quarter-acre yard. And what do they spray? Bifen, a synthetic pyrethroid you can buy at any pest control supply store. Bifen I, 1 quart, $35 to $40, covers 32,000 square feet per treatment. That is 3/4 of an acre. Their chemical cost per visit is $5 to $15. They charge you $100. That is a markup of 7 to 20 times. And the permethrin they spray on lawns is the same chemical class inside the $15 bottle on Amazon. The industry waits for tick season to sell you panic. But if you act now, the cost is $15 instead of $700. And the science behind this $15 spray is not new. It has been protecting soldiers for over 30 years. In 1972, scientists synthesized permethrin from pyrethrin, the natural insecticide inside chrysanthemum flowers. They made it stable in sunlight, stable on fabric, and lethal to ticks. By 1990, the EPA registered permethrin for clothing treatment. By 1993, the U.S. Army began treating every single combat uniform with it. The Marine Corps followed in 2007. Every branch of the military now issues permethrin-treated uniforms as standard, not optional, standard issue. Because it works. A CDC researcher named Lars Eisen documented what happens when a tick touches treated fabric. He called it the hot foot effect. The tick flips backward and rolls off the fabric within seconds of contact. After 5 minutes of exposure, 100% of all tick species tested lost the ability to move. 100% of western blackleg ticks died within 3 hours. The chemical burns their nervous system on contact. Sodium channels lock open, uncontrollable nerve firing, paralysis, then death. And the tick never reaches your skin. But the industry does not sell you permethrin-treated clothing. They sell you quarterly lawn visits at $150 each, because a $15 bottle that lasts 6 washes does not build a recurring revenue stream. And what is happening right now makes this more urgent than any season before. Here is why 2026 is different. 2 years ago, oak trees produced a massive acorn crop that fed a boom in white-footed mice. Mice are the primary reservoir for the Lyme disease bacterium. Every tick that feeds on an infected mouse becomes a carrier. That mouse boom is now producing the largest generation of infected nymphs in recent history. And nymphs are the real danger, not adults, nymphs. They are the size of a poppy seed, 1 to 2 millimeters, nearly invisible on your skin. They cause 80 to 90% of all Lyme disease cases. And their peak season is May through July, right now. A tick does not jump. It does not fly. It climbs a blade of grass and waits with outstretched legs. When you walk past, it grabs on. Then it crawls upward looking for skin. For Lyme, the tick must feed 24 to 36 hours before transmission. But for Powassan virus, transmission happens in as little as 15 minutes. Powassan has no treatment, no vaccine. 10% of neuroinvasive cases are fatal. 50% of survivors suffer permanent brain damage. That is the reality of tick season 2026. But this video barely scratches the surface of what the pest industry has buried. I spent months gathering every suppressed pest prevention method. All of it is inside the buried pest vault. The Seasonal Pest Calendar, the home inspection checklist, the natural repellent recipes, the product guide with 15 essentials, 9 complete guides, 0 filler. Link in the description right now, but stay here, because the science is about to prove exactly how powerful this $15 spray is. Now let me show you the studies. In 2011, researchers at the University of Rhode Island ran a controlled study. 15 volunteers, 3 groups, untreated clothing, factory treated, and DIY spray on permethrin. They released nymphal blackleg ticks onto subjects wearing summer clothes. On untreated clothing, 97.6% of ticks were still alive. On permethrin-treated clothing, only 22.6% survived. And on treated shoes and socks, subjects were 73.6 times less likely to be bitten on the feet. 73.6 times. Published in the Journal of Medical Entomology, 2011. And here's the critical finding. There was no significant difference between factory-treated clothing and the DIY spray you buy on Amazon. The $15 bottle worked just as well. Then in 2020, a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial confirmed it. 82 outdoor workers in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. 2 full tick seasons. 65% fewer tick bites in year 1. 58% fewer across both years. Published in the Journal of Medical Entomology, 2020. This is not folklore. This is the gold standard of evidence, randomized, double-blind, peer-reviewed. And the $50 spray matched every metric. If you have made it this far, you know more about tick prevention than 99% of the homeowners paying $700 a season for lawn spray that wears off in 21 days. Subscribe and share this with someone in tick country who does not know this spray exists. Everything the pest industry buried is inside the vault. 9 guides, link in the description. Now stay with me, because here is exactly what to do before this season gets worse. Here is exactly what to do this weekend. 2 layers of protection, your body and your yard. Layer 1, treat your clothing. Sawyer Permethrin. Clothing spray, 12-ounce bottle, $15, Amazon, Walmart, or REI. Spray your shoes first. Shoes are the most important item. 73.6 times fewer bites on treated shoes. The single most effective thing you can do against ticks. Then spray your socks and pants. From the knee down, hold the bottle 6 to 8 inches away. Spray each side for 30 seconds. Hang outside to dry for 2 hours minimum. Once dry, it is odorless. It will not stain any fabric. It lasts through 6 washings. 6 weeks of passive protection from one application. Every time you wear those shoes, you are protected without reapplying. One safety note. Permethrin is toxic to cats when wet. Once dry on fabric, risk is minimal. Keep cats away until fully dried. Safe for dogs. Layer 2, treat your yard. Bifen Bifen 7.9%. 1 quart, $35 to $40. Domayon or Amazon. Mix 1 ounce per gallon of water. Use a pump sprayer. Focus on the perimeter of your yard, where the lawn meets the tree line, along fence rows and stone walls, around patios and play areas. Do not spray the entire yard. Ticks live in the transition zone, leaf litter, tall grass, shaded edges. 1 quart treats a quarter-acre yard 3 times. Reapply every 30 days from April through September. Total chemical cost for the season, $35 to $40. Layer 3, landscape your defense. Clear all leaf litter from your yard. Mow your lawn to 3 inches or less. Create a 3-foot barrier of wood chips between lawn and woods. Ticks will not cross dry open ground. Move play equipment away from trees. Keep bird feeders away from the house. They attract mice. Mice carry the bacteria that infects ticks. Now here's the timeline. This weekend. Treat shoes and socks. Spray your yard perimeter. Clear leaf litter. 2 hours of work. You are protected immediately. Reapply permethrin every 6 washes. Reapply bifenthrin every 30 days. Total cost for the entire 2026 season, $15 for Sawyer Permethrin, $35 for Bifen IT, $50 total. A tick control company charges $350 to $700 for the same season. Using the same chemical class, $50 versus $700. That is the number they buried. This knowledge did not disappear because it stopped being effective. It disappeared because $700 contracts depend on you not knowing that $50 does the same job. 476,000 Americans are diagnosed with Lyme disease every year. A $15 spray reduces tick bites by 73.6 times. The CDC recommends it. The military uses it on every uniform. And it is on a shelf at Walmart right now. Every share sends this to someone who needs it before peak season hits. Every subscription keeps this vault open. The Buried Pest Vault. 9 guides. Everything they buried. Link in the description. The next vault opens soon, and what is inside is the $8 roach bait that Orkin uses and charges $600 for. A 2025 study proved consumer baits match professional. The $8 tube is on Amazon. We dug that one up too.